Welcome back, everybody, to the Unbounded Artistry Podcast. We have an update from Rose on her third week working full-time Tealfish Studio, and we have some very sad updates on Madison.
Yeah. Now I guess it's time for the big update of what's been going on with Tealfish Studio and us. It's basically been 3 weeks now where I've been doing Tealfish Studio full time, and I think it's going okay. We're starting to figure out the structure of what I'm doing day to day. It's just still kind of a little chaotic, a little all over the place.
A little bit.
There's just a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we want to do and a lot of things that we want to accomplish. And somehow there's still not enough time. I don't know how, but there's still just never enough time, it feels like. It's been 3 weeks, but really only 2 weeks because I kind of just stopped doing anything for a week because unfortunately we lost Madison. I'm going to try really hard not to get emotional. If you've been following us for any period of time, you know that Madison was my little puppers and my little senior citizen old lady, and she was just like a really big part of my life and of our brand. And it's just really been hard. Shit. I'm just crying now.
Oh, no.
It's been really hard to deal with not having her around. Many people know she was sick. She's been sick for a long time. She had kidney disease, and we thought we had it pretty well under control.
We went like her fluids and everything.
Yeah. We had her on sub-Q fluids. We were doing that, and when she was having trouble eating, we were like sometimes syringe feeding her so she could eat, and had her in little diapers. And we tried to take really, really, really good care of her. And kind of towards the end, we thought she had dog dementia. We thought that she was just getting confused.
Yeah,
and
we kind of brought that up on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, she just started acting kind of strange. She's always been the quietest dog. She never even barked. Like, she would never bark. She was just so quiet. She was like a cat. She was such a sweet little lady. She started barking and crying and whimpering and like getting herself stuck in weird places because she's so small. And we thought she was just getting confused and lost, and we bought like some gates and stuff to keep her in areas that we knew were safe for her so she wouldn't hurt herself and get stuck where she wasn't supposed to be. But it just kept getting worse. She would start pushing her head, and we talked about the head pressing thing before. When I was looking up to see why she was like kind of sticking her head in corners and stuff like that, she started just pushing her head against stuff and then like falling over. She would push her head so hard against stuff, she would just kind of collapse under her own weight, and she started losing her balance, and then her head was kind of tilting to the one side, and every time we would put her down, she would just start walking in a circle, and she was getting really like weak, and she wasn't able to walk and like support herself. And I delayed taking her to the vet because I knew what the outcome was going to be. And I just tried to make her really comfortable and take care of her. I bought like a shirt that I could carry her in so she could be in my lap all the time. And then I bought like a bag that I could put her in. So if I was like walking around the house, I could have her in that. But it just started getting really bad. And I knew I had to call the vet and make an appointment to see what was going on. And we took her in, and she got diagnosed with a brain tumor, and there was not really anything they could do about it. They said they could just do like palliative care. They could give her some steroids to make her feel a little bit better, but the prognosis wasn't good, and she could have really bad side effects from the steroids. And she's such a small dog. She's like so little. Even at her heaviest weight, she was only like 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds. And that was when she was like healthy. She lost a lot of weight, and the vet was saying that she was really impressed because we took such good care of her, and her kidneys were actually doing really well, and we had been doing the fluids and stuff like that for her for a 1.5 years. I didn't even realize it was that long.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't think I was going to get so emotional about this. I've been like keeping it together pretty well, I think, sort of. At least during the day. You know, she just said that the outcome was not going to be good, and we didn't want her to suffer or to have any other like really bad side effects. Like, she had had a seizure earlier, and we thought that was from the kidneys, but it was probably more likely from this brain tumor, and the tumor was just getting worse and worse. It actually explains all of her symptoms that she was having. We thought all of it was related to the kidneys.
Yeah.
Like her head tilting to the side, and then she started having her tongue kind of hang out of her mouth. And we thought it was just like, you know, she's getting old and losing teeth and stuff, but it wasn't that. It was from the tumor. Sometimes she would eat really, really well, and she was fine, like eating. I would have to hold her in my lap and feed her from like a bowl. And the same with like even drinking water. She couldn't really drink water on her own anymore, so we had to
hold it up for her
and hold her like while she was drinking water and stuff. And that was all from the tumor too. And I just feel stupid. Like, I just had no idea that was what was going on. And we didn't want her to suffer anymore. The vet was really, really kind, and she was like, you know, I don't usually like give my opinion on stuff. Like, this is your decision to make, but I think this was the right decision to make by her. And we had to say goodbye to the little lady. And it was really, really hard. Oh God, sorry, Brandon.
It's okay.
She was really happy though. They had a really nice room that like we could just kind of spend some time with her in, and we gave her some Cheez Whiz and she loved it. They had like little treats and stuff, and we gave her like some Cheez Whiz, and I'm like, man, if I knew she loved this so much, I would have gotten her so much more of it. And they had this little jar of Hershey's Kisses, and it said like one last kiss, and it was like, nobody should go to heaven without having tasted chocolate. So we broke up like a little Hershey's Kiss for her, and she ate that and she loved it. And I'm just glad that we were able to help her cross over in peace, and we were there with her and comforting her. And I don't know, it's just been really hard not having her here. She's just like so special. I just love her so much. God, I'm so sorry. I'm a mess.
This is fine.
I wasn't expecting to get so emotional about it, because I've been holding it together for like so long, because I'm like, I can't stop. Like, I can't with just like getting laid off and like really trying to work on like the company and stuff like that. Like I'm just like, I can't just lay down and just crawl into a ball and stop functioning. Like I have to keep going. So I've been trying to do that. It's been really hard. Like during the day, I'm keeping myself really busy and distracted, so it hasn't been too bad. But at night, I can't sleep. I'm up all night and just like wrestling with myself if I made the right decision, if I did the right things by her, what I could have done differently. Like it's just so hard. It's like the worst part of being a pet owner. Like, you know, the day's gonna come at some point, but you're never ready for it. And she was sick for a really long time, and like I kept trying to prepare myself that one day is gonna be the last day, and I was just not ready. So it's been really difficult adjusting to the house being so quiet because we just lost Stitch too. So like losing the two of them so close together has just been so hard. Man, they say it comes in threes, and it was like Stitch, my job, and Madison.
There's three things.
There's three things, so hopefully we're good for a little bit. So yeah, it's just been really difficult to try to keep going, and it's just it's been a grieving process. Like I'm just really struggling with not having her here, and like just the house being so quiet and so empty, and it's just, she just has been such a big part of my life for so long. It's just really like this void. But yeah, so it's basically only been 2 weeks because I kind of didn't really do a whole lot after we lost Madison, and the couple days like leading up to the appointment, because I kind of knew in my heart that that was gonna be the outcome, because I knew how sick she was. I just didn't want to believe it. I don't know. It was just really, really hard. But I had a dream the other night about her. I believe in this stuff. Like I've always had this weird thing with dreams where like I'll get certain dreams and things will come true, or like I can kind of, it sounds like I'm insane, but like I can kind of predict certain things through my dreams, and it sounds crazy, but like it actually happens. And Brandon's been witness to it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So like dreams mean a lot to me, and I find a lot of meaning in them. And I had a dream about her the other night, and she was like her old self again. She was like fluffy, and she wasn't sick. And she was sitting on the couch with me, and there was all these roosters outside, and like she was kind of scared from like the roosters crowing, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean? So there was like, I guess, a bunch of roosters outside or something, and I called my mom. I talked to her about it a little bit. I was reading about roosters in dreams. Some of the things that came up were recovering from a really long illness and finding happiness and good things, good luck coming into your life and going into the future. And I took that as a sign from Madison that like she's telling me she's okay. And she was sick for a really long time, and she's okay now. And she's sending us good vibes and good luck. Her telling me like I'm okay, so you can be okay. It just, I don't know, it like made me feel really happy, kind of relieved, I think, a little bit. Like I felt like she was like, I was like waiting. I was waiting for like some kind of sign from her, and I took that as like the sign from her. The day after I woke up from that dream, like so many things went right that day. It was so weird. Like so many things went right. I had like a lot of like good classes that I attended. I had like some good meetings with people. And then I got a new commission that we're working on now to redesign a website for somebody. And it just seemed to just kind of all fall in my lap that day. And I was like, thank you, Madison. I just felt like it was her just being like, Mom, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm going to take care of you now. You've taken care of me for so long. Now I'm taking care of you. And it was just bizarre. It was just very strange, but like it made me feel happy. And I felt like good, like thinking about her, like not being like super sad. I don't know why I just got super emotional because I was like, oh, I thought I was over this, but I guess not. But it was just really nice. And I'm just trying to focus on all of the good times. And I talked with my sister and like we were exchanging pictures of her and telling stories of her, and it was just really, really nice. And Brandon was sending me like pictures of her and her little silly costumes and her fluffy face, and oh god. If anything, she was a very, very loved little member of the family, and will continue to be loved. And it's just hard not having her here. I just wish she was with me, but like not if she was going to be in pain and suffering and stuff. So I'm hoping she's happy and comfy and eating chocolate. And I told her when she got to heaven to make sure she bit Stitch in the ass. No, I told her make sure you bite Ariel in the ass.
Wait, why Stitch?
No, I told her bite Ariel in the ass and don't let her push you around. Say hi to Stitch, but give her space. It's just a weird, like there's just been so many changes so quickly. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So that's how that kind of went.
Oh man.
But we've got a lot of good things coming. Like there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff we're working on. Good things to come, I think.
Hopefully, yeah.
We just have like a lot of irons in the fire right now.
We recently looked into, oh boy, here we go. Coffee?
Ko-fi. We don't know what it says.
It would be pronounced
Ko-fi.
That's because it's Kofi, like lo-fi. They insist that it's Ko-fi. Okay, I'll give it to them. Anyways, we recently opened up one of these, and one of the options is for commissions, and we have like a place for people to request commissions on there. You can always request commissions on our website as well at tealfishstudio.com. We might be putting up a shop there. We're not 100% sure what we're doing yet, but we're still kind of ironing that out. Speaking of shops, we're going to be updating our Etsy shop as well. We're going to be featuring things more than just the photography that we feature now. We're just not really sure what to feature.
Yeah. I think that's the thing is like there's so many different
things that we could do. We just don't know what people want. What do you want?
Yeah. Like there's different things that we want to do and we want to expand our shop, but then we also want to figure out the best place to do it. So like I thought the Ko-fi thing would be cool because there's it's a central hub for people to support you, and then where they can request commissions and you can have a shop and look at a call be in one place. And we would like that to be on the website, but there's just not enough traffic on the website, but there's also not really any traffic going to the Ko-fi thing, so I don't know.
That's the thing that we're having like a kind of internal discussion about is the difference between Etsy and Ko-fi or coffee.
Whatever it is.
I'm just going to say coffee.
And then Patreon also just added that you can have a shop on there, and we're like, should we do it on Patreon? It's just, I don't want things to be in 20 different places.
Yeah.
Because ideally, what I would like long-term goal is to just have our own shop on our own page, like on our website, which we could technically do now, but there's just not enough traffic that goes there. Yeah. With Etsy, like you said, it's like a marketplace, so
there's more potential buyers coming across.
Yeah, like people can actually come across because we're really bad at marketing our stuff. Which is why I'm taking a bunch of marketing classes. I'm trying to learn but I'm very resistant.
She also took a SEO course.
I did. I
Yeah.
did take an SEO course too.
She's getting all these cool courses.
That
under her
one
belt.
was hard. That
one-
is
I kinda-
complicated.
Yeah, I sat in for a little bit of that one, and it got really in depth. I'm sure it goes a lot further than that.
Oh,
too,
it does. There's like multiple like sub things that I can take, so I'm probably gonna take some more. But like, it's
Yeah.
good to know. But it's hard to make these decisions on what the best course of action is, and
But especially when there's so many options.
yeah, because we could revamp the Etsy shop. We could do it on Patreon. We could do it on Ko-fi. We could do it on our website. We could update Threadless. Like, there's so many different things that we could do. So it's just hard to,
Figure out what to do.
yeah. And I do want to try to focus more on taking on commissions. So I'm super hyped that I'm able to do, that I have one currently, doing the website, but I want to kind of advertise more of that so that I can start taking on more commissions where possible, because it's just fulfilling to do, and it gives me purpose, and it's just nice. I'm not sure what to do with that either. Like, I've been thinking about, do I go up on like Freelancer and grab some jobs from there, or like how do I market myself so that I'm able to get more commissions? And it's confusing.
Yeah, it is very confusing.
Just trying to figure out the right places to go and the right areas to spend our time on.
That's the one thing that I wish we knew.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of the issue, is that we never got really established in one thing, and it makes it very difficult to figure out where to spend all of our time.
Yeah.
Because there's not really a clear avenue on like what is working and what's not. It's
Yeah.
very clouded.
Yeah, because I mean, we kind of do so many different things, and we've had a little bit of success in like a lot of different areas, but nothing like that stands out.
It's like you could
heads
spend
above.
90% of your time doing this and then 10% doing this. Like, that'd be so much easier if there's just a clear answer, but
Yeah.
there's not.
There's not. And there's other things that like we want to work on that we know that there's potential in. Like, we want to try to keep growing like YouTube and work on our videos and get better with that, because we know there's a lot of potential there. But that also is really time consuming, and there's no feedback, it takes a long time to get like established
Yeah.
and stuff, so it's just hard to know what to do. Like, do we spend our time there, or do we spend our time doing other things instead? I don't know.
I keep saying, though, is by the time we get to where we want to be on YouTube, it's just going to be like on the way out.
Probably. That's
just
how it goes.
it works.
We're always like the last to the party.
Yeah, they'll be like, everyone's leaving this platform and advertisers aren't spending money here anymore. They're going to this new platform, blah, 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 blah. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we just made it. We just made it. But that's the thing with the online just creative thing, is all of it's always changing.
Yeah. And the thing with being an artist and a designer, like nowadays, it's not even about how good your work is. It's about how well you can market yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
So
It's super saturated, so yeah.
yeah. So that's something we've always kind of struggled with, because I don't know.
They didn't give us marketing classes
Mm-mm.
in our design programs in college. There's nothing about marketing. There's nothing about business ownership.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why I want to go more towards the commissions route, because I know what my skills are. I know where my strong suits are.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can just get commissions and people that want my work, then I could just focus on that and then kind of build the other things slowly.
Yeah.
You know, but then getting the commissions, because all the commissions we've gotten, with the exception of a couple, have been like word of mouth kind of things. So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to generate like a client base, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
So something that we need to work on. We'll get there eventually,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. we just want to know like what people would be interested in having, like what things would be of value. So if you have any thoughts or feedback on that, let us know. I've been kind of thinking I kind of want to get into doing like, I've always wanted to do this and I just never got around to doing it, but like making like little handmade goods. Like I have all of the jewelry stuff in there. Maybe I get back into making jewelry again. Like I've made like things here and there, but like I kind of just stopped doing that altogether.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get back into doing that, or
The potential future plans of creating like some things in house.
yeah, maybe doing like keychains or stickers or pins or little comic books or something. I don't know, just some like little handmade things I would like to do. Even like the little clay figurines
I
or
made
something.
a little guy back there.
Oh yeah, the little dino. Just like, I don't know. There's just like a lot of things that I would like to get into, but I don't want to put my time into places where it's not going to benefit us, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
So if anybody has any feedback, let us know. And yeah. What's your evaluation of my performance so far?
So far, I give you a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Congratulations
Thank you so much.
on your evaluation.
Even though I took a week off for bereavement.
It's one of
part
your
of my benefits
Yeah, it's part of
package.
your Tealfish Studio benefit package.
Oh, thank you. Oh man.
We make these jokes like that because we don't like the whole corporate like environment and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just a little too much, so we like just kind of poke fun at it sometimes.
Yeah. How much sick time do I have left? It's funny because I feel like I'm working more now than I did when I was doing my 9 to 5. And I think it was yesterday. I was like, Brandon, am I working enough? He's like, you don't have to work 24/7. I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing enough stuff. He's like, you're doing a lot. Like,
Yeah.
chill out.
You have to still find that work-life balance.
Nah, this is my life now,
Yeah, but you still need time to take care of yourself.
I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
well, this episode was a shit show.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I got so emotional.
It's tough.
It's just hard.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of today kind of cleaning up the house and like, oh man, I kept finding her little dog food everywhere.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh, help.
Ugh.
It was just hurting my heart so much. And I put her bed next to my desk. So I was like, Madison, your bed's here. So if your little ghost dog want to come and visit, your bed is still here for you. And I'm just like, I don't know, maybe she'll come visit me, come take a nap while I'm working or something. It's so hard. I hate this part of being a pet owner.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it again. I don't think I can. My heart can't take it. But yeah, sucks.
Yep.
It's very painful. I was talking about this when I was doing my show the other day, and somebody was saying they could still sometimes feel their cat like against their feet, and they've been gone for years, but they had that cat for 18 years.
Jeez.
I've had Madison for 15, and that feels like a really long time. 18 years. Oh, what a loss. And they're like, sometimes I still feel them. And I'm like, I love that. I love that. You know? It's like a very special relationship. And, yeah. I don't know.
Very tough.
All right. Well,
Oh, man.
I don't know what else to say.
I think that's about it.
But, I mean, if you have any need for my services, please go take a look at Ko-Fi. So we're now at ko-fi.com/Tealfish Studio. It's ko-fi.com/Tealfish Studio. So I have some of my commissions up there. If you need like web design or logo or pet portraits, I'm putting that up there as well. I think I'm going to add other types of commissions on there too. I just don't know what yet. We used to do a lot of wedding stuff. Maybe we put wedding invitations back up.
Good.
Do like the wedding package situation again. People are getting married again, I think.
I think so.
That used to be our expertise.
Yeah.
Maybe some of that, but yeah. Or if there's like products that you think that you might want to see from us, let us know. I want to get a cry cut machine. Cricut, cry cut, whatever. These words that I can't tell how they're supposed to be pronounced.
Because she wants to make stickers.
I want to make stickers.
We're not really sure exactly what's entailed, but
that's not actually like the main reason I want it.
What's the main reason? I thought that was the main reason.
I mean, that would be cool, but I want to make like the wood burned signs.
Can you do that on a Cricut?
Yeah. You can like do the wood carving stuff on it. Pretty dope.
I thought it was not for that.
No, there's different machines, like different tiered machines that have different materials that it can do.
Oh.
So if I get one, I'm getting top
But it
tier.
could also do the stickers, right?
Yeah, it could do all of that stuff. But I would like to do that. I think that would be really cool.
Maybe something in the future.
Perhaps. We shall see. But yeah, that's about it. I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
That is our sad update. I purposely didn't want to do the podcast last week because I didn't want to cry. Well, we just saw how great that went because I was like, oh, I'll just give it a week. I'll give it a week. I'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not easy.
No.
Doesn't matter how far out.
No.
Well, on that note, I think that's a wrap. So thanks for hanging out on this Friday, what is it, night now?
Yeah.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you can always listen on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Audible, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. If you're listening, you can always watch the video on youtube.com/Tealfish Studio or catch us live on Twitch every Friday evening at twitch.tv/Tealfish Studio.
Yep. And if you come by, they're not always going to be sad like this. Usually they're a little bit more peppy. So come on by, hang out, and I promise I won't cry. And until next time, may your artistry always be unbounded. Bye!